Hi students, welcome to Chemistry Online Classes. In the last class, I discussed about the preparation of ethers. But one of the questions I want to discuss here that is important, that is also based on the preparation only. Consider this Williamson synthesis reaction. Carbon, here we have Me, Me nothing but methyl group, CH. This is hydrogen. This is ET ethyl group. This is alcohol. It means OH. This is one of the carbon bond in the two other carbon. Secondary alcohol. Now this carbon is chiral carbon or achiral carbon. Chiral carbon means that bonded with the four different groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. All are different groups. That's why chiral carbon generally treated with this carbon. This is a chiral carbon. It has some configuration or yes. I am not dealing with the RS configuration now. Consider any one of the configuration it having or maybe yes. When you treat with the sodium metal, you know in alcohol properties, alcohols are little bit acidic nature, that's why this hydrogen loss. Then it is minus half hydrogen. It means one hydrogen loss. Eliminate. Then this sodium will be added here. Then H. This is CH3, methyl nothing but CH3. This is C, ethyl, ethyl. If you want to expand also, right, no problem. Here O minus, and this is Ne plus. This is now alkoxide. We know in Williamson synthesis that is Rx plus RONA. This minus is plus. Then this will be added here, this will be eliminated, and we will get here RO and this R NaX NaH. That type of reaction we are writing. But I am taking from the alcohol. How to make it to the alkoxide? Now I make this alkoxide, sodium alkoxide. Now you can take the any one of the alkyl group. I am not taking a methyl ether, you can take it, that's your choice. And I want to take here any X also or B also, no problem. If you want, then take fluoride also take, bromide also take, no problem. Now, this negative part, like this, negative part attack on the R, X will be eliminated. So this negative part attack on this will be eliminated. Then we will get here H, here CH3, here CH2, CH3. O, this O attack on this, then it is R, and here Na and Br, it form Na. Already we know this is a chiral and it is also chiral. Around this carbon, all groups are different. That's what is also chiral. Then what is the new thing I want to discuss in this? If here R configuration, here also R configuration. If here S configuration, here also S configuration. It means retention. Retention configuration means whatever the configuration within the reaction in product also same configuration. If here S configuration, then here R configuration, that is called inversion configuration. You studied in the SF reaction, Walden inversion. It means here S configuration, right side R configuration. Otherwise here R means here S configuration, that is Walden inversion. But here whatever configuration is present, here also same configuration, that is called retention configuration. Why we will not get here inversion configuration if you ask the question here? Here inversion not possible because here this is a chiral carbon alkoxide is there. We are not taking here chiral any other chiral alkyl halide because this is methyl or maybe primary alkyl halide. Methyl or primary alkyl halide, there is no chiral carbon. It also possible, but generally if you take methyl or ethyl, compulsory you will get the same configuration because here there is no change in configuration because this is attack on other is not attack on this one. That's why configuration is not changed. That you have to remember. That's why in Williamson synthesis generally you will get it one. If alkoxide is attacked with methyl or ethyl, then you will get the retention configuration. I will show the inversion configuration also. Now H, there is a methyl, here CH2, CH3 ethyl, OH. If it is treated with the tosyl chloride, that is Cl double bond O, para-chlorine sulfonide chloride. CH. This is para-chlorine chlorine, methyl group. This sulfonide chloride, para-chlorine sulfonide chloride. These two, H and Cl, minus HCl eliminate. Then we are getting here H, CH3, CH2, CH3, O. This totally we can written as TS, para-chlorine sulfonide. If you have chlorine in there, that is chloride. So TSCl is total compound. If Cl not there, we have to TS only. Instead of writing total static, it is time taking process. So I want to get TS. TS nothing but this rounded part. TSCl is total part. Now already this is a chiral. Then here also what will get? Chiral. Now any one of the nucleophile, for example RO minus consider. RO minus, this is nucleophile. Now here this is alkoxide, but here this is alkoxide. See difference? Before that this one is alkoxide, but here now this alkoxide atom is nucleophile now. This is a nucleophile. This nucleophile atom on this, when it is leave, which side is attacking? Opposite to the living. This is a living group. This is living group, which is leave from the substrate. This is what living group. And nucleophile attacks on the opposite side to the living group. Then what type of product will get? Inversion. It means backside attacking basis. That's why here inversion product will get. And keep in mind when this one is there, para-chlorine sulfonide chloride, this one part is there. This is very good living group. When very good living group is there, always generally inversion product is formed when strong nucleophile is attacking. That is the condition. Then here we will get RO attack to the which one? Carbon. This is the methyl. This is the hydrogen. This hydrogen shift to opposite side in inversion configuration. CH2 CH. Now configuration will be changed. If it is S configuration, then here R configuration, here R configuration, here S configuration. That is called inversion configuration. This is the difference you have to observe. Because these are important for competitive exam. They will give this one only. The formal product is inversion product or retention, or anyone both may be retention or inversion, or we cannot predict like this. They may give the option. That's why you have to answer. This is a retention product with respect to this. Here inversion with respect to this when para-chlorine sulfonide chloride is react with the R. Next, we will discuss about the properties of ethers. In the first one, physical properties. Physical properties. So in last alcohol properties also we discussed. First one boiling point, next is solubility. Here also same. Generally, boiling point, polar nature. How to answer this boiling point? I told you that polar nature. Next, hydrogen bonding, molecular mass, and branching. All together we have to answer. So here these are not that much polar because we know that R with like this ethers. So these are less polar, but very less polar compared with the alcohol. So when less polar, this will little bit affect with the boiling point, not very much compared with the alcohol. That's why the boiling point compared with the alcohol is less. Already alcohol properties of their also I discussed. So when you compare with the near molecular with hydrocarbon or alcohol any other, then their molecular boiling point will be less. For example, butane, CH3, CH2, 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 ether, CH3, CH2, O, CH2, CH. This is diethyl ether. Next, CH3, CH2, 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 OH. This is butanol. All are having same number of carbon, molecular weight little bit small difference, but all are having same molecule. These are anyway same molecular weight because they are functional isomers. This may be little bit different, but near molecular weight. When near molecular weight, their boiling points depend on which one? Hydrogen bonding, polar nature, and branching also, sometimes van der Waals forces also. So keep in mind always which is dominating factor. Sometimes you may be deciding factor will be difficult for you. Then I will tell that always positive negative charge attraction force is greater. That is called ionic bond. Ionic bond is that the boiling point will be very high. Next one, which type of force will be affect the boiling point? One is ion, another is dipolar. Ion dipole, this is the positive negative charge force stronger. Another is positive, another is dipolar, positive negative like this. This is dipolar type. One molecule having two charges, positive, negative. This is called dipolar. Next one, hydrogen bonding. Next one, dipolar force. Otherwise, you can write like this. Negative, positive, negative, positive. This dipolar forces. Next one, normal London forces. London forces in what we call that is induced forces. So in this order, we have to remember which is more effect to the boiling point. This will be more effect positive, negative. This is anyone. This type also possible. This is negative, and this is a positive. Like this also possible. Possibility of attraction positive, negative, or negative positive also. But which type of force this is? Ion. This ion, complete ion. This is polar, dipolar ion. This two positive, negative charges are present here. That's what is dipolar, and this ion. So first one complete positive, complete negative. Next one is complete positive or negative. Another is positive or negative. This is called dipolar molecule. Next hydrogen bond, next dipolar, next London forces. This type of forces you studied in the maybe states of matter, but order of effective to the boiling point, this is order. So this is highly effective. It means more boiling point, less. Anybody here there is no ion. That's why these two are absent. Then hydrogen bond present in this. That's why having more boiling point. Here, about your textbook is given 390 Kelvin. Next is little bit polar. Compare with this. Now hydrogen bond not there. Next, which force is there? Dipole force is there. See, if you read any number of books, also this order to get is very difficult for you. This is one of the books giving very detailed discussion about the boiling point. That's why you have to remember this. In your textbook also, if you read, you have to remember only, not puzzle. So now, this force is not there. Then this is already discussed in the alcohol, but hydrogen bond not there in this ether. Then we have to go for which one? Next, which type of force will be affected the boiling point? Next, this is dipole. It means having some polar nature. If you discuss the dipole moment, here nearly 1.7 d divide, and it is 1 point nearly 2 or 3. Okay, 2 only no problem. 1 divide. This is hydrocarbon having very little bit dipole moment. That's 0.1 divide. When polar nature is less, automatically boiling point will be less. Then, therefore, it having nearly 309 Kelvin, maybe something maybe little bit, but roughly 309. This is nearly 307.1 Kelvin. It means, based on this order, we can easily decide. Anyway, we can branching not area. If these are the straight line, that's why there is no branching discussion happen here. Branch is less boiling, branch not a straight line is more boiling. So this is the order we have to remember to decide any one of the chapter their boiling point, maybe alcohol, ethers, carbonyl compounds, carbon, anyone. But you have to remember this is the order. Okay? So boiling point, next one which is solubility. Already included which is easy soluble up to 4 carbons are completely soluble in the water in any ratio. There's no need to discuss much. Dimethyl ether, they are soluble. More than that 4 carbon 5, 6, 1, their solubility little bit decreases because hydrophobic bond increases, solubility little bit decreases. This is the simplest way. So why it is soluble in water? Reason, thing. And itself it do not form. Already we discussed in the alcohol boiling point. Alcohol molecule form hydrogen bond. Alcohol also form hydrogen bond into water. But this is from hydrogen bond with the water, but not itself. Reason, See, this is I wanted ethyl group. Ethyl. This is ethyl. So to form hydrogen bond, anyone should be polar, hydrogen should be required. That's why in this ethyl, if you take this is a CH3, CH2, O, CH2, CH3, another ethyl. This hydrogen is not polar hydrogen. We will not get the partial equal charge. Why we will not get? And this type of hydrogen will not exist. Reason: these are having nearly equal electronegativity. It has 2.5 electronegativity. It has nearly 2.1 or 2.2. Then nearly equal means there is no positive negative developed here. When there is no positive negative, there is no hydrogen bond exists. That's why here hydrogen bond not exist between the ether molecule. But hydrogen bond possible lines. This is the ether. Consider this is ethyl. This is the ethyl. Now, if you take the water molecule like this, then according to this is an electronegative. Then you will get a partial negative. It will indicate like this electron attract toward the oxygen. Here also electron attract toward the oxygen. Then how many negative charges will be? 2. With respect to this, 1 negative. With respect to this, 1 negative charge. Because oxygen is electron withdrawing. When it withdraws, automatically negative charge it gets. This partial negative, partial negative. Then due to this negative charge, one hydrogen bond. Due to this negative charge, another hydrogen bond. Like this. So it makes the hydrogen bond with the water molecule. That's why soluble. When these groups are larger or bulky group, automatically solubility what happens? Decrease, because hydrophobic body is solubility will be decreased. So this is about simply about the boiling point and the solubility. Next one, some chemical properties are there. In that chemical properties we want to discuss. Take this ether group. Any one active reactive groups are there. Active means it should be participating in the reaction. Alkyl group is not that much active for reactivity, and this bond also not easily break. Rare cases, it will be very strong conditions is that can only react. And already we discussed here, this OH reacts with the sodium metal because here active hydrogen is there, somewhat acidic nature is there. But here there is no any active hydrogen to react with the sodium metal. That's how to identify the ethers and alcohol react with the sodium metal. Now I have the one ether, one is alcohol. Which is alcohol, which is ether, we don't know. Because this one, this two, in one having ether, one having the alcohol. Add sodium metal. It is formed, hydrogen gets liberated and alkoxide ion formed. Then that should be alcohol. No reaction, nothing effect is there. That is ether. Because in ether there is no acidic hydrogen there. Do not react. So this is one of the identification between the ether and alcohol. So easy to identify. It is very important for competitive exam. That question will not ask. So it is very difficult to react. That's why you may be seeing that in Grignard reagent, dry ether is used in preparation also, and next is reactivity also. And sometimes you may be seeing that when lithium aluminum hydride is used for reducing, there also ether used. And one more reaction, hydroboration oxidation, there also one THF is used. That is also ether. THF is the line. Tetrahydrofuran, cyclic ether. These are ethers very less reactive because there is no any active group for participation in the chemical reaction. But they react in a very special condition. That special condition will discuss. Now we will discuss about the chemical properties. So in chemical properties, we know the ether. This is the formula. Then how many types of reaction possible? In alcohol chapter also we discuss like this. ROH. One is OH bond breaking. Another is CO bond breaking. Another is other reaction. Like this we discuss in the alcohol chemical property. So this is already completed. Now here also one CO bond breaking. Here also the CO bond breaking. That's no need to discuss. Only any one side, that is CO bond breaking. Another one is reaction on this oxygen, reaction on this ethereal oxygen, because this ether group is there. So reaction may take place on this ether group also. Another one, reaction takes place on this alkyl group also. So totally how many types of reactions are there? 3, and some other also may be there. Total 4 types of other reactions and these 3. But in our textbook only first one is discussed. That's why we will discuss the first one. If time is there, we will discuss the remaining answer. Okay. So first one is CO bond cleavage. Cleavage is breaking. So this bond is breaking here in ether. And keep in mind in this ether chapter, the main important one only 2 reactions. One is Williamson synthesis, another one is CO bond cleavage. If you read these 2 for PhD also remaining also important maybe for PhD, but highly important these 2. One is Williamson synthesis reaction, the second one is the CO bond cleavage reaction with this one, which was HI and HBr. Because you really know that this is a HF, HCl, HBr, HI. These are the acid, all these are acid, but these are highly acidic. Because top to bottom, if you observe, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine in group, size increase, bond length also increase, then the bond breaking between the hydrogen is easy. That's easy, which is easily given the proton. That's why reactivity order is like this. These are preferable because this is sufficient acidification required for this bond breaking. Because already this CO bond group, ether reactivity is generally less, but they are reacting here. Sometimes they may ask the question, ether do not react with following A option, sodium, B option, sodium hydroxide, B option, ammonia, D, all. It means sodium hydroxide do not react, NaOH also do not react, and ammonia also do not react with the normal condition. So that is also very important here. Generally it reacts with the very strong conditions required to react with each one. So these are the sufficiently acidic. These are also acidic, but not sufficient to break this bond. That's why in textbook if you observe, these are will be appear. Generally will be next HI, next HBr will appear. Therefore, these are useful to break this CO1 breaking at high temperature. At high temperature. They will not mention as a high temperature, some temperature will not mention. They will do like delta CO, you have to consider high temperature. So these are the conditions to perform to break this CO bond cleavage. Now here we are. Now I am taking here CH3, CH2, O, CH3. Here, this is one of the ether reacted with the 2 types of condition here. One is hot concentrated HI or HBr, anyone. If I write HI, you also write with HBr also possible. This is next one. Cold dilute HI. Now hot concentrated HI. If it is react and it is hot concentration, nothing but excess also. It means concentration is more number of HI. Dilute is less number of HI. Like this also you have to calculate. Now carefully observe. This is H plus I minus. If here breaking also possible, here breaking also possible. So which side breaks and attacks HI? According to this, smaller group will get the I, larger group will get the H. According to that method is also shown here. Okay, smaller group will get the I or Br, and larger group will get the I. Then CH3, CH2O, H and CH3I. But excess is there, again this react and gets the I due to excess concentration. When limited is there or diluted is there, that time this condition is applicable. That is CH3, CH2OH and CH3I. So you may be confused now. If there is no confusion, when this dilute HCl is there, smaller group will get the I, larger group will get that OH. Okay? H will come into react with the O and OH part. When excess is there, both sides I will come. That method we discussed. But in I will use the first mechanism. See, CH3, CH2, O, CH3. Now we are treating with the HI. This is the base part, I mean nucleophile character. It will be take this H plus and this will be I minus eliminated. Now I minus is eliminated. Minus eliminated. This I minus is eliminated. This is get the negative charge. This will get the positive charge. Minus and negative eliminated. Not this minus. This is due to this arrow. Then CH3, CH2, OH, CH3 here positive charge. This is like this form. Now this minus, other way you get here also, no problem, along with this I minus. This I minus will attack to this smaller one and this will be eliminated. Which type of reaction this is? SN2 reaction. When smaller group is required for SN2, that is methyl group. Then we will get here methyl iodide along with this CH3, CH2, OH. Is that alcohol? When it is limited, it means less number of HI is there. Excess is there. When excess is there, that time this is again react with the HR. Here lone pad is there. This lone pad is this one, and this will be eliminated.